Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Jedi Knights Watch. My name is Graham, and today we're going to be doing my top 5 Hot Toys Grails. Now, I've done a video like this a couple years ago, and this is Grails, when it comes to me, is something that I'm really searching for, something that I'm like a figure that I'm really coveting but don't have it. So to me, that would be a Grail, something that I haven't achieved yet. So before we get going, I want to invite you to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell so you don't miss any new content or live streams coming your way. Do Wolfpack Wednesdays on Wednesday night at 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern, and if you feel so inclined, consider becoming a channel member to unlock special perks, getting your names, a shout out on my videos, emojis, as well as channel membership giveaways. Going back, I just want to review the list that I did 2 years ago. So my and kind of like see what the conversion rate was. Was I just blowing smoke up my ass like this is just like a pipe dream, or did I actually get some of these figures? So really quick, the video that I did 2 years ago was my top 5 Grails. 2 honorable mentions was the Avengers Hulk and the Batman Begins. Well, last week I actually just picked up the Avengers Hulk behind me. And guys, this is such a great figure. I was on the search for this for so long. I decided to get Professor Hulk a while back. Just never really hit the same way that that traditional Hulk would. This is the Hulk that you need in your collection, and it's got so much shelf presence. It has immediately jumped into one of my top favorite figures. As it goes for the Batman Returns figure, it's a really nice figure. Another one that's a little bit hard to find. It's a bit pricey, but I was able to get that. I'm a big Keaton fan. Gotta have 89 and Batman Returns. And I did sell my 89 Batman to get the new 89 that's coming out with the diorama piece, so I'm really excited for that. Hoth Leia was on my list as well. It's not one that I was able to get because I kind of took a different direction. I went to Evil Sneaker's house a while back and saw his A New Hope Leia, and it looked a lot better than I thought it would in person. The sculpt is really good. The paint applications are good. Just the outfit itself, it screams traditional Star Wars, especially with the hair buns. So I actually decided to get A New Hope Leia instead of Hoth Leia. So I kind of crossed that one on my list. So I still think I converted that. I just kind of went a different direction. Next one on the list was Black Panther from Civil War. I was able to get that figure, and it was in my collection for quite a while. I loved it. Still love it. But I was able to trade that figure to Brick Artemis plus a little bit of extra of something for the new Black Panther. And so now I have kind of an upgraded Black Panther. So kind of use that to just, get the better version, the newer version. So really happy with that. Was able to pick up Yondu, and the figure just, I wouldn't say it wasn't as good as I thought it would. It just didn't hit as hard as I thought it would. Amazing figure, great head sculpt, one of the best. But I don't know, it's maybe the character himself just doesn't mean as much as I thought he did. Maybe, he's not one of my favorite Guardians, so I just thought it would look great, and it did, but it just, I don't know, it didn't have enough staying power. I actually moved most of my Guardians outside of Nebula and Gamora because I want to get the Guardians 3 figures, so that might be part of it too, going for that, that consistent line. And I did use the money that I sold him for to go towards the DeLorean, so it's kind of a win-win. The next figure on the list was Bane. Was able to get Bane a while back, probably shortly after that video. I've had him for quite a while. Definitely a dated figure to today's standards. I will be getting the new one, so he probably will be leaving once that one comes out, but for now he looks great. And the number 1 Grail on my list at the time was the DX8 Joker, and that one I searched for months and months to find the right deal, and I finally got him. Love that figure so much. It is such a classic. Love the 89 Batman, so that one is definitely a mainstay in the collection. It looks so good next to the Batmobile, and that one's not going anywhere. So I would say my conversion rate on those figures is actually damn near 100%. At one time I had them all. If you count Hoth Leia that I went to A New Hope, I mean, I still got a version of that, and I would consider A New Hope Leia very much a Grail as well. So that's a pretty good conversion rate. Some figures that I've gotten in between videos that I really didn't document too was the OG Shore Trooper. Found that last month for a super deal as well. That thing was going for mad money before the new Troopers came out, but it's still, in my opinion, the best one there. Have the Sand Trooper from A New Hope, another one that I found at my local comic book store at a good price, so had to pick that up. And then Jack Sparrow DX6 is another one that I've picked up since then, and I love that figure. Such a great piece, even for how old it is. So now that we're kind of caught up, let's go through my top 5 Grails currently right now. And we got to do an honorable mention. So my first honorable mention is actually going to be Ripley from Aliens. I love the Aliens anthology, and they're really good movies, really creepy. Not some of my favorite, when it comes to movies, but I do like them a lot. And Aliens was my favorite movie out of the bunch. So Ripley would be a good one to just go with my miscellaneous figures. I think she looks good. The head sculpt still looks pretty good to this day. She's got the sculpted hair, which looks decent. She comes with a lot of cool accessories, a nice base, but it's just one of those different figures that kind of sets your collection apart from maybe somebody else's. You don't see a Ripley in people's collections every day, so I think that would look really good just to add to like my Crow, my Predators, RoboCop, Terminator stuff. I think that would give it just a little bit more pizzazz. So she would be my honorable mention because her price is extremely high too. So I don't know if I can see myself picking that up anytime soon. Going to number 5, we're going to move on to Star Wars. And you're going to see a common thread here is a lot of these they're Grails, so they're expensive pieces. And I've kind of matured in my collecting journey to not spend so much on one figure, just kind of pull back, and is it really worth it? And the two problems with this one is that price. It's very expensive, very hard to find. But the second thing is it's a trooper. It's not a true character. So it's really hard for me to justify spending that much money when it comes to a trooper. But he does look badass. It's from the original trilogy. It's all white, which stands out on the shelf. The more I look at this figure, the more I want him. And to make matters worse, he's at my local comic book store in Sheboygan at Freak Toys for a decent deal, but still expensive. But it's tough to walk in there, look at stuff, see this in person, and not be able to get it. So it's definitely one that I am considering. Hopefully it's still there, maybe after Christmas when I have some of the funds to pick it up. But that's a really good figure too. Sticking with Star Wars, we're going to go to number 4 on the list, and it is Director Krennic from Rogue One. Over the last few months, I've been kind of filling out my Rogue One collection, keeping it small, but still I've added the Death Trooper Specialist, the Shore Trooper that I mentioned earlier. We have Jyn Erso, and then we have K2SO. I would love to add Krennic because he's a good villain. It's hard to find villains sometimes when it comes to Hot Toys. The figure itself is a work of art. I love the white outfit again, that the general outfit or the director outfit, if you will. Just an Imperial officer would look really nice, but the head sculpt is where this is at. That's the moneymaker, and that's why we collect these figures, right? For the likeness, and I think it's spot on. And Krennic was just a great villain as well, and I love Rogue One as a movie. So if I can find a deal, he's also at my local comic book store in Sheboygan. So again, tough to go in there and not just pull the trigger on these, but hopefully they're there when the time is right. Number 3, we're going to stick with Star Wars one more time. And it's because they do have some Grails from the original trilogy that are just magnificent. And the next one is Grand Moff Tarkin. This is one that I've been searching for quite a long time. It's tough though because I could get the 2-pack with Vader, but I do have the actual Tarkin Vader 2-pack Vader loose. And it came with a CCFL, it came loose, but it was a really good price. It was a really good figure, came with that lightsaber, and I love it. So for me, I'm really just looking for Tarkin. And I want to find him at a good deal because it's just mad money that this guy is going for. But for an older figure, again, this head sculpt is still top of the line. It's a work of art. Comes with the chair, so you can do multiple poses with him. Really good accessory. But yeah, he's just got a lot of presence. He's intimidating. He was just that vicious in A New Hope. So again, not sure when this will happen, but he's definitely on my radar. Number 2, we're going to go with Ancient Predator. And this is another old figure, 2014 Toy Fair exclusive. This is from the movie Aliens vs. Predator. Not my favorite Predator movie, but it's a fun watch if you don't take it too seriously. I have a couple Predator representations in the collection right now, and I'd love to just fill it out just a little bit more and make something like a clan. So this would be one that I would love to add. I've been looking for this one for a while. Again, his price has doubled since retail, but he looks great. Love the style of the shield or the helmet that he has on. But the two big selling points for me is the diorama base looks really cool, but then the spear with the alien head on it, and you got the green blood gushing. It is such a cool piece. This is such a cool Predator. I would love to add it. Hopefully one day this thing comes into the collection because it is impressive and it is beastly. So Alien versus Predator, Ancient Predator, come on home. Let's make it happen. Now, number 1 on my list might be a pipe dream because it's limited. It's also very expensive. It's the Iron Man Mark 7 D100 version. Yeah, I know. It's something about this figure calls to me. I've had the Mark 7 before. Amazing figure. Love the suit. One of my favorite suits. I did move it to get the 85 because, you know, at the time I was only, and I still kind of like that. I only want or need one representation of each character. So I was like, I don't need multiple Iron Man figures, but I do regret selling that one a little bit. And this one, with the deep cherry glossy red and the silver, the combination just looks beautiful. It looks pristine. It's just sleek. And I know it's not screen accurate, and I usually stay away from stuff like that, but something about this Iron Man just calls to me and looks amazing. I gotta have it somehow, somewhere or another. I don't know when, but somehow this has got to come home. It looks amazing. It's got a really cool base as well with the Marvel in there. I love that. It's a really nice touch. Doesn't come with nearly as much as the normal Mark 7 diecast, not even a head sculpt, but I don't need that because I have that with the 85, and this would just be something I'd want to show off in the suit, just like a centerpiece somewhere in the collection. So, man, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to happen, but and it's limited too, so that makes it harder to find, but it makes it more wanted too. Like, we don't just want figures because they're rare or anything, but if we're going to be honest with ourselves, that does kind of add to the mystique of it, like the reason you want it or like it, because it's also rare and just a cool figure. So yeah, limited on this was 1,500 worldwide, so that is going to be a tough find for me, but it's my number 1 on the list. We'll see what happens. The conversion rate from the last video to this one was pretty good, but I don't know how good this one will be, so maybe in a year we'll come back and visit this and see how we did, because again, being a little bit more disciplined with the pricing and how much I'm spending on figures these days, but you never know. If the price is right, maybe we can steal a figure, we'll do it. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know what you think of my list, but also more importantly, comment down below. Let me know what your list would be, your top 5 grails. What are you searching for right now? What's high on your priority list? I'd love to hear from you. Don't forget to like the video. Thank you guys again for watching. Until next time, stay safe out there, and we'll see you soon.